And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Here and it is Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course, that old outlaw Waylon Jennings. It is weekly purchases, and this week, one of those weeks that really got away from me. It felt like it was going to be a slow week, and then things just happened. A little bit of this, a little bit of the other, and a little bit of Target clearance hit it today, and we're going to dive into all of that in the back half of weekly purchases. Of course, the front half of weekly purchases, we got a little bit of housekeeping, and of course, you guys know we're about a week in here from the new YouTube channel. We got 2 YouTube channels if you missed the announcement last week, at Kyle Peterson 2.0. All one word, all put together, of course, in your YouTube search. It will take you to that brand new YouTube channel. A lot of fun stuff going on over there. Got even more content. If you like this channel, we got some of the same stuff. We got a weekly toy hunt over there, a weekly top 5 that's not wrestling related over on that channel, some display stuff going on, and some fun stuff here in the next couple of weeks. A couple of weeks from now, we're going to start doing a weekly live stream over there on that channel as well. So a lot of fun stuff. We'd love to have you guys and gals, and the gals out there, especially the gals, take the journey over to the brand new Kyle Peterson 2.0 channel. So check that out if you did miss it. We'll do some giveaways with that channel as well, coming fairly soon. But a lot of stuff going on. Once again, if you like the content over here, you're probably going to like the content over there. But let's dive into that. We got the new channel, and of course, the old channel and the new channel, all a part of the Patreon. Patreon, your best chance to support the channel, but you also get early access to all the videos from both channels, and there is a ton of content to keep up with over there. If you can imagine YouTube's hard to keep up with, Patreon even harder to keep up with. Everybody loves a challenge. Everybody loves a challenge. But we do got a giveaway this month. We do got Owen Hart Chase Rare Edition, of course, unmatched AEW. Owen Hart looking good right there. Owen Hart is this month's giveaway. September's almost up, so check out the old Patreon if you're interested in getting that Owen Hart figure there. So there it is right there, and of course, we've got to recap what happened this week on the channel. Let's recap what happened on both channels. Gonna run down all the videos that came out just in case you missed them. Everybody always misses something out there, but we did do a Lando top 5 over there on the brand new YouTube channel. We did our weekly toy hunt over there as well on that channel. We did some Star Wars unboxings. We did some DC unboxings, and we did a video looking at a new display. So I've got plans putting in place for a new display. Got the video on that over there on that channel as well. Then on the old channel, the one you're watching right now, my dad came over. We did unbox the creature from the Black Lagoon. Long awaited, highly anticipated. Did it live up to the hype? Did Kyle pass astrology or astronomy? All of that and more, of course, in that unboxing. Check that one out if you're into that. Grimlock and Megatron Super 7 Ultimate Edition. Unboxed both those on the channel this week. Destro, aka the Red Jackal, Super 7. Unboxed that this week on the channel. Road Dog Top 5, and of course our Jack's Classic Superstars video every Tuesday that we do. Merman Mondo Toys. Shout out to Mondo. Man, the Mondo stuff. Absolutely crazy stuff right there. We did unbox the Joker from DC, kind of the Target exclusive Joker. We unboxed that one. Ant-Man San Diego Comic-Con 2015 exclusive. We unboxed Black Chrysanthemum from Star Wars Black Series. I did finally get up this week on the channel the brand new Dungeons & Dragons figures, Strongheart and Zorak. I've had those on Patreon for a couple of weeks now. Finally put those on traditional YouTube, so we did both of those. And then, did I say Ant-Man 2015, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive? That was another one. Road Dog Top 5, that was another one. But then, of course, we did our weekly toy hunt on the channel as well. So check out that toy hunt for a lot of clearance madness on that one there. So a lot going on both YouTube channels. A lot to see. Definitely check out both of the channels if you don't want to miss some stuff over there, or at least see what's going on over there, because there's going to be a lot of fun stuff. I did film some videos with my wife for the new channel over there. Some extreme sets. Finally getting around to unboxing some of these extreme sets. I've had them for well over a year. I said, I need to put these together, see what all the fuss is about. And my wife Angie joined me for that. So check out those videos on the the new channel coming up very soon. So more to come, the more you know, all that kind of fun stuff. Subscribe to both of them. So now we got the week recapped. We got the Patreon stuff out of the way. Now we got to get down to it. We got to get down to the question of the week. All right, the question of the week. Of course, Jonathan Franks, he ran out of questions. I need to do a cameo. I talked about it before. Get a cameo and just have him read off a huge list of questions, and then we can just answer questions for as long as time exists. And as always, what is time? But this week, of course, I pulled you guys and gals out there. I said, hey, leave a comment in this video for the question of the week, and I'm going to say the same thing. For next week's video, if you want to be the question of the week, put a question down low, put it in the comments, and maybe we'll get to it on the question of the week. And we might do a Q&A video on one of these two YouTube channels. It's been well over a year since I've done a Q&A video. I do a monthly Q&A video over on the Patreon where we get into some stuff. We talk business over there, talk a little shop, but we do that, and I'm actually going to film the monthly Q&A here very shortly, so look for that, Patreon members. But the question of the week this week came from a little boy up in Michigan. Oh, Michigan, God's country in a lot of ways. But this came from young Xantos Franks. Yes, Xantos Franks is his name. Have you ever thought about moving a castle from somewhere around the world and bringing it to your house? That is a deep question. Have you ever thought about, getting a castle in Scotland maybe, and maybe I just bring it to my house? I just travel that castle over. And that's one of the deep questions I had this week. This might be a little bit of a ringer question, but I was watching the series Gargoyles, and it's been a heck of a long time, probably 30 years since I've seen Gargoyles, in all honesty. When did that debut, like 92? That was probably the last time I saw it. I never saw every single episode, but I've been getting a little itchy in the Gargoyles front. Very strange, just kind of when the itch gets you. I guess you never know when an itch is going to come. It's kind of a surprise, and that's what's going on with the Gargoyles. And started the first 2 episodes, and I said, okay, what's going on? And that was the one question that really stuck with me. I was like, man, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to move a house, let alone a full-on castle across the ocean, all that kind of stuff. Just crazy stuff, this Xantos guy. And I've only 2 episodes in, and I remember the characters. I just don't remember the storylines, really. So I'm very keen to see what this Xantos is up to. And I immediately said, oh, man, he's got a ponytail and a goatee. In 1992 or so, that was a bad recipe for disaster. I bet you he's a bad guy, and I'm pretty sure he's the bad guy of the series. But we're going to see what's up. But, man, that's a wild move. That's a strong flex of your funds out there. That's something like Bill Gates would do or something. I don't know who could afford to do something like that. But move a castle across the world, man, that's some next level rich stuff is what that is. That's what that is there. But that is it, the question of the week. And like I said, if you got a question, put it in the comments down below and we'll answer it possibly next week. But now we got to get down to it. Let's get down to the weekly purchases. All right, let's get down to the weekly purchases, and this week it's one for the ages. Started off slow, ended very, very strong. A lot of stuff. We probably got 3 rounds of weekly purchases, maybe even more. We'll see what happens, and we got some crazy stuff for the back half of this. It's just a wild week, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit as well. But without further ado, let's dive in. Let's get after the weekly purchases here. First one is a CD. You guys know I sold pretty much my entire CD collection during the heights of COVID. Had to do it, and I had my reasons. I did a video on it, all that kind of fun stuff. But I still dabble. I still collect some CDs of certain artists. One of those being my main man, Lemmy. Of course, Lemmy, the leader of Motorhead, but also the leader of Headcat. We got a live album this week, brand new release from 2011. I'm here for all the Lemmy stuff, including the Headcat. Pick that up this week. I believe it's on Amazon. Pick it up over there if you need to. But let's dive in here. Let's dive into stuff, and I guess we'll keep it music related. Finally pulled the trigger on this one at my local Target. It had been sitting there for a while. I said, you know what? I have the old school one of this. I don't have this new one in this new shiny box, so I'm picking it up. Had to get the Trooper, old Iron Maiden. How about that one? Of course, good friend of the channel. Sure, why not? Sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds good, but nah, never talked to the man. But one day, hopefully I get to talk to him. Bruce Dickinson, he's got a new solo album he announced this week. So shout out to Bruce Dickinson. I'm sure he's watching. I'm sure he loves action figures. I'm sure he does. Anyways, we got that going on there. How about this one? It is almost the Halloween season. I did see this for 20 bucks. Had to pull the trigger. You guys know me. I love my horror movies, especially Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. Big fan of the original. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre #2. Give me Chop Top all day long. But I love this one here. Texas Chainsaw Massacre looking good here. 20 bucks. I couldn't pass that up. There's no way. And the hits keep on coming. We move over to some Star Wars. We already unboxed this on the channel this week. Black Chrysanthemum. I gotta say, I'm very excited about this one. I do like this for what it is. I just wish he was taller. Check out the review on the channel, you'll know what I mean. But he's a big bruiser, just needs to be a little bit taller. But definitely very cool. Speaking of big bruisers, got this from Amazon. Darth Malgus. Now, I don't know the gaming grades. We've talked about that before. But I love these Sith. I love these Jedi figures. So I had to pick this one up. It was on Amazon, like I said. Picked that bad boy up this week as well. And we're not done. The first of many clearance items this week. Finally played a little of that long game. Old Cad Bane and Cobb Vanth 2-pack. Still have a feeling some targets this might go even lower. I'm going to keep my eye on that and do a price match if I need to. But definitely half price feels a lot better for this pack than that $55 plus price point. So definitely pick this one up this week at my Target. Check out your Target store. There's a lot of clearance going on, and we're not done with the Target clearance. Picked up Indiana Jones Temple of Doom. As most know me as a movie critic, a movie film genius in a lot of ways, as you guys probably know, one class away from a minor in film. Yes, it's true. But anyways, long way to get there. Indiana Jones, finally started watching those movies. I'm up to Temple of Doom, and I feel like I need to stop at Temple, because Temple is great. I love Temple of Doom. So when I saw this for 12 bucks, I said, you know what? I should pick this up. I definitely do like the looks of this. So I'll add him to my old Indiana Jones collection. So there you go right there. And we're not done with the clearance. The clearance hits keep on coming. Scrap Iron. Oh my gosh. Now I can finally display him. One helmeted head, one non-helmeted head. And then of course you get his weapon there. You can display that on both of them. So I had to pick this one up. Couldn't resist that. Picked up, of course, some of the other Joes, the Rock and Rolls, the Shipwrecks of the world for my dad. My dad, really smart, playing that real long game. Got those for 12 bucks each. So shout out to my dad out there. His keep on coming. Got this from Amazon. I saw this at San Diego Comic-Con. Very intrigued. I love the Sentinels. We'll do some Sentinels comparisons on this one, but it's the new Titan Sentinel. Around $20. Obviously, it's not the HasLab, but it's another Sentinel, and really gives me the vibe of the old school Toy Biz one from the 90s. One of my all-time favorite X-Men toys ever is that one. So I had to pick that up this week. And we're not done. We got some more Marvel via Hasbro Pulse this week. I did get the Hydra Shield 2-pack. I got 2 of these. So I got 2 of these 2-packs this week. I'm here for that. Definitely love a good army builder. Really building out that Hydra Shield shelf. I'm almost out of room on that shelf, so we'll see what happens there. We got 2 of those packs through the door this week. And we're not done. We got some more clearance, another Marvel Legends clearance. Black Widow, $13.99. Of course, I need to check. I should be in my 120-day return window from Target. If you're a Red Card member, I really recommend that Red Card. You save 5%. You got to get a deal out there. But I think I should be able to return it and get half my money back. So that's a win-win on this one. I'm here for that. So we got Black Widow there. And then we kids keep on coming. These are starting to poke around Target. I saw The Bride of Frankenstein as well, but we got hand-painted head knocker Frankenstein, Universal Monster. I don't know if my dad will want to come over for this one or not. We'll have to see what he's up to. He's got a busy schedule, as we do know. But I definitely picked this up, and it was, I think, $18 or something like that. And definitely good for the Halloween season. I think this will be a good display piece on the mantle for Halloween, which is right around the corner, as we do know. And then the last one of round one, I talked about it. I referenced it in the question of the week. Am I going down this road? Am I going down this dangerous road? I very well may be. It is gargoyles. It is Thalog, 20 bucks or so, $21, $22 from Amazon. I said, I'm going to see what all the fuss is about. We're going to see what all the fuss is about together. Like this one, of course, Goliath, the big dog, the big one everybody knows. This one, a little different action here, but I'm definitely here for this. Wanted to see what all the fuss was about, and for around 20 bucks, didn't feel like I did bad on that purchase right there. So stay tuned. We'll see how deep this gargoyles rabbit hole does end up going. But there's number one, or round number one of weekly purchases. Let's move on to round number two. All right, round number two of weekly purchases. Let's dive in. Hot off the truck via Ringside Collectibles. Brand new AEW Unrivaled Series 13. Unlucky number 13, we'll see. But we got the Stinger here. We ought to call this set the face paint set, as we do got the Stinger, of all-time favorite of mine, as you guys know. Got to have his partner in crime, old Darby Allin, looking good right there. The hits keep on coming. Danhausen. Oh, everything's hitting Danhausen lately. We just unboxed his Ringside Collectible exclusive last week on the channel. Now we're going to unbox his entrance gear, backstage gear, whatever you want to call it there. We got Danhausen through the door, looking really good. The hits keep on coming. We got Wardlow. I think we first saw this Wardlow at San Diego Comic-Con. I might be confused on that, but I believe that was how it went. So we got Wardlow right there. And then one I'm very excited for, the Butcher here. Man, the Butcher, if he would have came along in like the 80s, he would have been an all-timer out there. I love the Butcher's look. How about good old Butch right there? Looking good, looking bad. Love how he looks there. And then, of course, you can't have the Butcher without the Blade. And we got the Blade right here. Now, the Bunny, she's MIA for now. More to come on that Bunny. We'll see what happens. We talked about that last week a little bit in the toy news. I think that's worth checking out to get my thoughts on the whole Bunny situation there. But we're not done. We're going to keep on going. Of course, I talked about Target clearance. Had to get another Brother Love 1149. I think I'll be meeting Brother Love next summer, so I figured, you know what? I'll grab this just in case. I'll have him put his little John Hancock on there when I do see him. So more to come. Stay tuned to that one on the channel. That's going to be an all-timer. Shout out to old Dougie. Of course, we talked about Dougie on the channel before. Lives local to me here. He hooked me up with something extra special this week, as I had been in need of a Defender case for my autographed Terry Funk figure. Of course, more now than ever before with Terry passing away. He did have an extra Defender case he gave me out of the kindness of his heart. So very good shout out, good brother shout out to Dougie there. Now my Terry Funk has the protection he needs to hopefully have a long life in my collection. So there you go. Shout out to old Dougie there. We're not done. We got some more wrestling, finishing up some wrestling stuff here. Rob Shorts, got to send a special shout out to old Rob out there as well. He did find this out and said, hey, do you need the blue Chase Hulk Hogan? I said, yes, I do. And he sent it to me for cost plus shipping. So shout out to him there. I definitely needed this in my collection. I still need to find another one of these to open up. So we'll see how that goes. So the hunt continues for the blue Chase Hulk Hogan. I did find this out on the hunt this week. I did find a Hulkster right there, looking good in the yellow. I needed one of these, another one of these loose. So there you go. I have to have 3 of the Hulk Hogan, and one in his gear, one without the gear, and then one, of course, mint on card. We got those other 2 last week. Got this one this week, so definitely here for that. And then via Amazon, of all places this week, I got 2 Cody Rhodes, one absolutely destroyed, one looking a little bit better. Of course, good friend of the channel, Cody Rhodes, will have to unbox this one, and much more to come with one Cody Rhodes before the year's up. Stay tuned to the channel for that as well, but there's old Cody looking good. Had to get 2 of these. One of those I'll probably possibly use as a custom. Maybe we'll do something with it. We'll see. And then, of course, one to display as Cody himself, we'll call it right there. Now we turn our attention to a little retro action, and once again we go to Ringside Collectibles. We go to Takahashi. We got the regular and Chase from Ringside Collectibles. Epic Toys as well. Discount code Kyle saves yourself 10% out there. Looking good here. Definitely an interesting one. Love the cats with the different colors on them. Definitely a cool one. We'll probably unbox these on the channel as well. Stay tuned to that unboxing. Oh, we're building a mountain here. It's all going to slide off. You know how that goes. But then finally on this round of weekly purchases, we got one round after this, and it's a doozy. It's a doozy of a round. Stay tuned for that. But we got old Nelson Frazier Jr. and Bobby Horn from the Grapplers and Gimmicks Hassel Toys line. Definitely here for this. Definitely very cool to see these ones here. Definitely going to unbox these on the channel, so stay tuned. We'll unbox these 2 together here in the next week or so. So stay tuned for that as well. So there's round number 2 of weekly purchases. Woo, okay, there it is. Now we turn our attention to round number 3. All right, let's close it up. Let's finish it off with round number 3. And number 3, going to start here with some more clearance. The clearance hits keep on coming. We got Whiplash. Oh, Whiplash, an all-timer, one we unboxed on the channel. Now I can display him in both of his looks. So we got an extra Whiplash going on right here. And we're running out of table space, as I can see as well. But the hits keep on coming. Snake Men, Infiltrator, and a little army builder action. I'll have to pick up a few more of these. But we do get him going on. We do got Squeeze, of course. Looking good with the big old arms there for old Squeeze. And then Serpent Claw Man at Arms. And we also got Spikor a couple weeks ago. Gonna unbox all these on the channel as well. So we'll hopefully get to that this week. So stay tuned for that. I forgot I did have my extra Hulk Hogan. I had an extra basic Hogan in package I unboxed. I put the Superstars gear on him, so it kind of made a different one. Of course, a lot of people using an Elite one for this. You can really use any Hulk Hogan you really want to. I had this basic kicking around. I figured that worked out pretty well. So that's the avenue I went. Of course, there's been a lot of Hulk Hogans lately. You can almost grab anyone from the Elite, the Ultimates, or the basic line to dress up your Hulkster. Dress up your Hulkster in his finest pajamas. He's ready for a slumber party tonight. How about that? Shout out to the Hulkster. Hits keep on coming once again. I picked up Point Dread. I picked up, Almost knocked him over. I picked up another Point Dread, of course. As of right now, I am still a completionist on the Masters of the Universe Origins Double Up Club. Yes, it's true. I got 2 of every one. 1 loose, 1 open, or 1 unopened. Point Dread had to add to that there. So we'll see where this goes. I don't know. More to come. More to come. And one thing that finally did come this week, and I was really keeping those fingers crossed, you guys probably remember the nightmare that was Frogmonger, where mine were all lost in the mail, so I didn't get a Frogmonger. Luckily, got one from good friend of the channel, Midwest Wrestling legend Gage Octane. We always help each other out. Well, almost need to call him in again this week, as my Lady Slithers were lost in the mail. Thankfully, lost for 2 days, but I got a Lady Slither right here. That's the one I'm not sure what I'll do with quite yet. I got one to unbox right here, so I'll unbox this one on the channel eventually. And then I got another one here for my Min on Card set. So definitely interesting times in the Lady Slither department. Definitely some scary times. I wasn't sure I was going to come out on the back end of this, but thankfully got the Lady Slither. So got that going on right there. And now we're going to clean it up here with just a wild week in the Chase Rare Edition front here from, of course, AEW Jazzwares. If you've been following any of the wrestling news groups out there, Target stores, Walmart stores, people finding cases of Chase figures, and many have sent me messages saying, hey, I found these. And a few of you good brothers and sisters out there, they said, hey, price, cost plus shipping, you want a couple of these, and I will definitely buy a Chase for cost plus shipping, and that's what we did this week. So definitely have to make a little room here. I better clear a little bit of room off to the side. I'm going to have some room for these here. But I did get a few of those. But first thing that came through the door was Adam Hangman Page, of course, the pay-per-view exclusive. I did order this one here. Got this through the door. Not a lot of people liking this one. I do like what I see here. It's all right, but it's definitely not for everybody. There's no doubt about it right there. But then the hits keep on coming. Here's an interesting one. Maybe we'll even do a video with a comparison. Have you ever heard of this site called Temu? It's like T-E-M-U. Well, I don't know anything about it, but I knew my wife used it. And somebody posted in a group a week and a half ago, whatever it was, that, hey, they had this MJF Chase figure up there for like $17.99 shipped, and it was loose. Well, I sent it to my wife, said, hey, order this for me. And she did. And here it is a week later. It came. It's an AEW Chase MJF for $17.99 shipped is what I got this for. So can't really complain about this one, but I might do a video on it because I do have one from when this originally came out, and I can compare the two. But to me, in my eyes, I see no difference there. So definitely interesting. $17.99. We'll talk about it maybe in that video there. But MJF through the door, one of 3,000 unmatched exclusives. Now we get down to business here. Some interesting business. Got to give a special shout out to John Thurmond here. He sent me these two. I did pay for them. Cost plus shipping. Jamie Hayter, John Moxley. He was one of those people that found full cases of Chases this week. So I did get both of these cost plus shipping. That's very, very cool. I've had a lot of people say, hey, $100, you want one of these? Nah, I'm not going to do $100 on them. But hey, if somebody finds 6 John Moxleys, that's a pretty good deal right there, I guess, if you're selling for $100 a pop. But thanks to John, special shout out to him, sent me one of each of these. But we're not done with the shout out, as good brother Hank, and we've talked about Hank on the channel as well. Check him out on Instagram. He does sell Macho Man robes, which are pretty cool. We talked about that on the channel. But he also came across a case of John Moxley Chases, so I did buy one John Moxley from him as well. I think I'm going to unbox this one most likely, probably on the channel here. So definitely cool to get this Moxley one. Definitely a crazy week on the AEW Chase front, be it getting one from, of course, the AEW Jazzwares shop, whatever you want to call it, getting them from people out there all across the country finding full-on cases, and getting some from this Temu site that who would have ever thought that would have paid off. Definitely not me. So definitely a wild week in the AEW department. I just don't know about these Chases. They say one of 3,000, one of 5,000, but are they really? Are they really? I think that's kind of one of the reasons why it's not. This is number 12 of 5,000. This is number 274 of 5,000, because I think you might see 274 popped up 4 different times possibly. I don't know. It's always interesting with these factories, knowing there's value, things fall off the line, stuff like that. But it's kind of the oldest time. A lot of that stuff has always kind of been that way. Remember back, what was that, Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card? They were just making more and more for Upper Deck back in the day. Wouldn't be shocked to see some of that going on here. It's definitely not good business practice. I don't think Jazzwares is doing it, but I think some of these Chinese factories doing some stuff that maybe they shouldn't be. That's my guess. That's my personal guess right there. But there it is. That's the weekly purchases. A busy, busy week. How was your week out there on the hunt? Busy week on the clearance front for you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and my other YouTube channel. Like I said, a lot of exciting stuff going on over there. Some of the stuff that like displays and some of these long game stuff and a few other surprises coming to that channel. So definitely check out that channel. Turtle Tuesday over there as well. Forgot to mention that one, where every Tuesday we're going to unbox a Super 7 Ultimate Ninja Turtle. Got a huge stockpile, the whole set. We're going to go one by one every single Tuesday over there, so definitely check that out on the new YouTube channel and all the videos on this YouTube channel as well. Don't forget to leave your question of the week for next week in the comments in this video as well. I almost forgot about that. And don't forget about Patreon for your chance at the Owen Hart. All kinds of stuff going on the Patreon. Early access to all the videos between both channels. And best of all, you do support the channel and all the content it does bring. You can also support the channel over there at ProWrestlingTees.com. And don't forget to follow along and hit me up over there on social media. Sir Paul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram and on Threads. So for another round of weekly purchases, you know what I'm doing? I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into another work week.